Cheers, guys.
Hello.
Hello, guys. Thank you, guys. So back to the league, guys. Welcome to JSTV. Back again for the match preview between Wolves and Newcastle United at the Molineux Stadium, and kicks off at 5:30 on Saturday night. And first, guys, I do apologise that I'm late. I'm following problems as well, technical issues as well, and just so late is great. So I do, guys.
It's not good enough, John. It's not good enough.
It's not, isn't it? I can smile now. I can smile now.
Dylan bullying. You're Maloney. You don't think that.
It's not getting stressed up at the end of the day, but we can laugh about it now, can't we? You can have a laugh about it. So, guys, if you like the video, like what you watch, make sure you like and subscribe. Super chats are open as well. If you'd like to become a member, it is just 99p as well. And by the way, Big Darren is the first time viewer on my channel as well. First time guest. Hi to Jackie Jack. But made about the Dortmund game. We should have won 3-1, but we didn't. We lost by a goal and nil. Hi to Leslie. Please like and share the socials as well. Thank you, Les. Chat's open, like I've said. Thank you. Hi to Gary V. Walport has donated the price of your choice of Magpie stores. We hit 45 members. Don't miss out. Thank you very much indeed for that, Les. Hi to Les and Gary. Footy's on, of course. Sad times where there's a minute silence for 3 different events.
Yes,
indeed. Ignore that one. Big up Paul. I've seen the BC confirmed FIFA have authorised tonight this ban. We're going to have a word about that in a minute, Gary. Quick word on that one as well. It is, yeah. It is what it is. Don't do that at home. Hi to Alan. I hope you're great. And hi again to Al. I was saying hi to everybody. I read that as Paul will start the show, but I'm back now. And thanks for your patience. Team selections at 4:30 is going to be very interesting. I've got to kind of agree. I'm going to have to kind of agree, Les. It's amazing what Tabbits can do. Big up to you, Paul. That's an Al. Not to use farm. I wanted Richie will be on the bench. That would not surprise us at all. 2 goals on Wednesday. Yes, we did. Wouldn't be surprised about Richie, to be fair. Always going to do a job. Just wish he didn't have to. And Richie isn't in the Champions League squad, so he could easily feasible coming tomorrow. And just chatting to Les. And here we go. Yeah, so let's go on to the quick breaking news as well before we go into the preview. Paul, Tonali ban has been confirmed. 10 months extended by FIFA. You're not really surprised, are you?
No, we were saying yesterday, weren't we, that it wasn't a shock. We knew that something was coming, but it was again like they're not shrouding themselves in good intentions from football fans, are they? Because Eddie Howe's had to go out in a press conference confused, not knowing, and that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like, how are they not knowing what's going on? That's not the club's fault. It's just mad, isn't it? How it's been out, but they haven't even confirmed with the club that if he's banned now, if he's banned tomorrow, is he banned Sundays, is he banned Monday morning at 9 o'clock? It really is a shambles, like how they do these things. Because if he's banned, I'm not being funny. Like, the club should be like informed like before the press get hold of it. Do you know what I mean? It's really shambolic, like how it's happened and gone around. And I thought it's quite embarrassing that Eddie Howe's like had to go there and be like, I don't know, I think I can pick him tomorrow. I think, at the moment I can. It's just like, they're trying to set an example, but they're not holding themselves up to a good standard themselves. And I've seen a few people make the comparisons we were talking about yesterday as well with the length of ban. And as we said, we won't go into detail because we don't want to get demonetized, but there's other players who are either currently playing or have played football and done much worse things, and they haven't got anywhere near a ban. I mean, one of the biggest racism things that ever happened in the game was 4 games ban. So it's one of those things that needs to be looked at, really.
Absolutely. Big up to Martin as well. Hi to Martin, first time. Hi to you. I hope you're having a fantastic evening, Mr. Watson. Please make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to this great channel. Thank you very much indeed, Scott. I may be out, but trust you're behaving for less, apart from Ian. Ian's the only one who can misbehave. And I might veto that as well. Darren, welcome to the channel, my guy. First time. And Tonali, banned 10 months. What's your take?
I'm going to be short and sweet. I knew it was coming, and I accepted it. Is it just? It's justice because he's done the wrong thing. Yes, he's going to get help, and the press conference today were asking Tonali questions, and then they kept going back to Tonali questions. And we're not just bored of the questions. We all know what happened. Move on. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's. I'm not too about a 10-month ban. It could have been longer. Just want to be looking at 10 months. It could have been a year. It could have been 2 years.
Yeah,
but just
I thought it was nailed on for 2 years, Daz. To be for 1 year, sorry, Daz. At least 12.
Yeah, like I said, I think a lot of people just want to say, right, 10 months sound. Stop talking about it because. But this is my opinion. I know everyone's got their own opinions, but I'm sick of hearing about it now. To be fair. Tonali, last weekend, you heard last weekend, I've heard all this, basically so far. The press conference, again, they're not talking about Wolves, they're talking about Tonali. Every question they kept going back to Tonali. It was like a bingo hole. The question they were asking him, and they go, again, Eddie Howe done great. How he handled himself in the press conference. He comes across such a clever man, how he answers questions. Just people want to let's move on. He's banned, right? No one need to concentrate on the game tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a game down there tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? It's not gonna be an easy game.
Yeah.
Go and I always take a bit like Eddie Howe. I take game by game, right? Yeah. Dortmund took the way gone, forgot about it. Move on the next game. That's how I feel. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah. Absolutely. And just go on to Ian as well. I mean, keep on you down quickly about Louise Taylor asked a question today, right? I mean, she's asked him the question. She's quite aggressive to Eddie Howe regarding Tonali. The press officer came in and said, sorry, we got to answer that question for you, right? And apparently Louise Taylor was shocked.
Is this for me?
Yeah, or down one or two. I don't. Sorry, wrong name. Yeah, go for it, mate. Go for it, my guy. Go for it.
I'm happy to say it. Are you talking about the Seagull fancier?
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, Louise Taylor. I mean, I saw her before. I'll tell her about her in a minute. Go on.
Well, I don't know. To be honest, I never knew she existed because she's that irrelevant to anything. But to other people, from what I've heard, I was just watching another channel earlier, just watching Paul's channel, and there was a lot of people saying that she's always a knob. And she's all like. And she's a Seagull fancier, as in, you know what I mean, don't you? One of our friends from down the road, and so let her in. Other people are saying ban her. I don't want ban her. Just let her in, just to prove how pathetic she is and irrelevant. If she's being a knob, she'll not get any respect of anybody, any of the other. Press that are in there. The majority of the press that are in there now, now respects Eddie because he's straight down the line. Yeah, all right, he might tell the odd little fib with regards to, injuries and who's not, but that's good. That's good management. You don't want to give away your tactics, do you? So, but to be fair, I did watch the press conference. I didn't actually notice the questions, but I was sort of half watching. I was working while it was on. But yeah, she's being a knob. She's being a knob. She'll just look like a knob, and that's it.
I'll go forward. Here the press comes again. I got forward again because it kept going Tonali, Wolves, Tonali, all the way through. I missed 10 minutes of it.
It's a Wolves press conference. Why? Okay, Tonali possibly could have played, so I understand that line of questioning. But the reality is, how much when 2 or 3 months down the line, are they still going to be banging on about Tonali?
What can Eddie Howe do? He can't do nothing. It's out of his hands. You know what I mean? It's just I just don't understand the logic.
Yeah. I thought it was good that what's he called, Lee in the press officer guy, the media. I thought he stepped in at a really good time, and you could obviously see Eddie Howe's face. He was just like, you know what I mean, like like, honestly, how the bloke, he's so cool. Like, you know, I could see his face. He was just thinking, you know, come on, ask some. Everyone's asking the same flipping questions, you know, and I thought,
every week.
Yeah, but Lee, whatever he's called, he did
Lee
really
Rayler.
well. Yeah, he jumped in, and I think that's his name. He's head of media or whatever he is. He jumped in anyway and sort of took over that side of things. I thought that was really good, and I think from now on, I think that's the way that they should go with these things. When people just keep peppering the same boring questions at Eddie, he should just keep his mouth shut and let someone else answer the question.
It's kind of our news, isn't it? Well, I know. It's like last week's news we're talking about now. We'll just move on. He's banned now 10 months. Like you said, Ian, it could have been longer. Could have been a year. Could have been a year and a half. Just think myself lucky. Yeah. He'll be back there next season. Yes, we're going to struggle. We're already getting injury growth. Country on now, tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a hard game.
I think that's okay. We're going to talk about the game in a bit as well. Go back to Louise Taylor. I can tell you guys now, I've seen Louise Thompson, right? I had a 10-minute chat to her about 10 years ago, right? She told me that her choice of manager is Steve McClaren, right? I said, absolutely no way. Louise, you can't say Steve McClaren. No way. She's from Derbyshire. She's from Derby, right? And that tells you everything that you know, right? She's just a puppet man, journalist, right? I'll put Shabana Hearn above her. Do you know what I mean? But I tell you something now, right? Louise Taylor as a Mackham. That just sums it all up, guys.
I've never even heard of it. That's how irrelevant she is.
That's irrelevant. Exactly. She was independent.
Everything, I've never even heard of it.
I think, to be fair, we're actually talking about it, so I think just need to...
Exactly.
Nothing. Listen, it's not a Louise Taylor show. It's our show. Gary V, big up to Gary V. I'm expecting 12 to 18 months with some suspended. You're not wrong. He did get 18, but this is Leslie saying tonight got 18 months, 8 suspended. I'm just pleased he can train, which is great news. Can I ask why was it not something that your scouting team found about Tenali gambling, as a lot of teams now do extensive background and research into players these days?
Did you listen to Talk Sport the day?
I did, Dara and McAnally.
Did you hear that, Darren O'Cready? He made a good point now. In the future, you're going to sign players, and if anything comes up like betting, any addiction or thing, you'll be closing contract. He made a good point today that the Peterborough chairman.
Yeah, Peterborough chairman, Irish lad.
Made a cracking point today on Talk Sport today. So it'll be in the future, surely. You sign the player, and if anything comes like a gambling addiction or thing, to pay some sort of money back. That'll be the clause or something. It was good what he said, like.
Yeah, I heard that as well. I mean, like, listen, if you get banned, right, for 10 months, then you have to take a part payment as well, part wage as well. And I think Tenali will probably do that as well. Could be wrong. And also, Alan's talking about Qatar as well. What's happened to him? Why is he not getting the ban? We haven't heard now from him at all. And it was Zaniola, right? He's not even been charged for it yet. So this is crazy. This is crazy. That's the media for you. Never have good things to say about Newcastle and Oliver Holt as well. I'm not going to talk about him. Big up to Northumberland Jordan.
He loves it.
Big up to him, my guy. And we got a tough month or so ahead. We're going to find it tough to get a decent amount of points, especially with most of the games being away from home. I'm going to kind of agree with you there because we got injuries as well, which is, let's be real, right? I mean, we just got to get on with it now, and just do the best we can. So big up to Northumberland Geordie as well, because it's Newcastle and Green Allen, Ian and Darren. At least there are no adverts tonight. Could be in a bit as well, early a minute or so as well. Right, so let's go on to the preview. Game between Wolves and Newcastle as well. I mean, it's going to be a tricky game, Paul and the Molineux. I mean, last season we drew 1 each over there, where ASM scored a wonder goal, but this is going to be tough. Gary and Neil is doing a fantastic job. Everyone's saying they're going to get relegated. I do pretty well.
Mate, I'll tell you what, Bournemouth will be kicking themselves, won't they, after that stupid decision? And then on Monday Night Football, they asked him to describe how he got the win over them. I thought it was That was a bit of fun there. He was just like, this is my plan of how I beat Bournemouth. And I was like, I bet the Bournemouth manager's loving that. Like the plan to beat them. But it serves them right. It serves these idiot clubs that, you know, they get ahead of themselves and they're like, oh, Gary Neville's not going to be a good choice for us. He won't keep us up. I tell you right now, we would have kept Bournemouth up. So that's more their problem. Wolves had a dodgy start, you know, to season. They had a decent game against Man United that they should have won and got done over. They really did get done over in that game. They had a slow start. They're missing, you know, they're missing Neves. They are, who again potentially might be coming to us in a weird roundabout turn of things. You know, they're really missing like their better players. But they are getting there. They're getting better with each match. So it's a shame because I wish we would have played them at the start of the season because they were pretty toothless for a couple of the games. But you know, we've always struggled there. Again, it's one of these grounds that we've always had nightmares on. I mean, we said last time it's probably one that, you know, I'd say that one when we got beat there. And it was under Bruce when it was awful. It was one of the worst games I've ever. Like everyone was depressed. I think it was just before the takeover. Was it a 2-0?
Yeah, 2-1. 2-1
was it? Yeah, and it was dire. It was just like everyone's negative. Everyone was like fed up with Bruce, fed up with his tactics. Just so it's never been the best ground to go to. So I'm hoping we kind of come over our hoodoo a little bit. Normally after a loss, we normally come back and smash a team. So it'd be nice to come back and just give Wolves a nice 4-0 or something, just to get the confidence back. But you know, I'm slightly concerned as people are that, you know, we have got a lot of injuries. The positives are we have got some players coming back. So that is something. You know, we have lost some players, but at least like Willock coming back, which is such a relief. You know, if he was still out, I'd be a bit more concerned. So that's good to see him back. You know, get more minutes, which is positive. But yeah, I was going to say that we probably bring back people like Richie and stuff to cover because we're getting to that point now where we're up against it. You know, Anderson out for a while. You know, now it looks like Murphy's going to, you know, if he has to have surgery, that's probably not going to be till New Year that he's back. Isaac is in. I mean, we love Eddie because he's a lovely. He always pretends it's not as bad as it is. But Isaac seems like it's going to be like a couple of weeks. But we know what Eddie's like when it comes to that. He'll probably be back next Christmas. And then Botman is only just getting back on the pitch, like just now. So he's probably not back until after the next international break, like properly for us. So we're a bit up against it, but we always have this. Every club has this like thing. It's just a bit early this year. We normally have it like New Year, our injury crisis. So hopefully we're getting out of the way now.
Well, it's maybe better to have it now than to have it later. At least now we're having it, you know, whilst we've got time to plan for January, and then we could look at it and say, right, okay, we can see blatantly short up front. Well,
the thing is, though, it's always got to be this because people wanted the Champions League, people wanted to go on cup competitions.
Yeah,
it's got to be like that. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, you're right. If you find
it happens to happen to Man U, it happens to Man City, and that city's got a better team than us, so completely. But it does happen to our big boys, you know what I mean? Like, say, but we're not like our squad's still down on numbers, but unfortunately, it's the punishment we take because you know the competition, and you wouldn't have any other way. You know what I mean? People complain, but it happens.
I don't think we've got anything to complain about. We're still in all the competitions we went into. People
want us to be in the Champions League. People want us to have a good cup run. So unfortunately, you've got to take it rough and smooth. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a hard season. A very hard season. And I think it's.
We've talked
at the top of this year, me personally. That's my personal opinion. It's a learning curve for us this year.
Yeah.
And next year we'll be strengthened again and go again.
Yeah, absolutely, guys, absolutely. And also as well, Darren, Ron, Ian, Ruben Neves, would you take him on loan in January? Because he's a cracking player.
He is, but it's just his way till obviously Saudi players. He's on a fair bit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can't pay his full wage.
Absolutely, he's gonna have to take a wage cut then. And if he does
because the football's not bad across there, he wants to leave. Like say Jordan Henderson playing in front of 700 people.
Wow. You chase the money. You chase the money. You chase the money. How
he gets in that England team is beyond me.
Yeah,
because it's a poor level, and it's the South League's just poor. It just goes to show everybody what it costs the money. It's not a good league. It's just for the money, and the players like to play in front of 700 people. It's like that a game in the heat and stand. Yeah, do you get 1,000 people for a home game?
Yeah,
so you like 250 or 300 people, but. That's what they want. They want boats crack on.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian, you look at the players we've got, right? We know we've got injuries now. Isak's going to be out. Murphy's going to be out as well. Botman's still out. I mean, if you look at the players that's going to come in, I mean, we touched on Joe Willock. Can you see Eddie starting him tomorrow? Or do you think he'll bed him in?
Well, in a perfect world, he'd bed him in. But it doesn't look like this is a perfect world. I'd somehow missed. I'd somehow missed that Lewis Miley had glandular fever.
Yeah, he's going to be out for a while.
Not like, but I mentioned. I said before, like, oh, well, there we go. This is Miley's chance. You know, he might be young, but he is a bloody good footballer. You know, this is his chance, and we need him now. And then someone went, he's got glandular fever, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
So it's law.
But from the sounds of it, from what the people who educated me on that said, he's had that for a few weeks now. I've had it myself, and I know how debilitating it is. So he may not be over it now, but he may be. You know, you don't know. So it could be the opportunity for him to come in, if not this game against Man United, if not that game, the next game. You know, the Arsenal game. We have got a more cohesive team now than we've ever had for years and years. So that's the squad I'm talking about, not just the team. So when we played against City and we had, we had Dummett and Lascelles at centre back, I've got to admit, as soon as I seen that, I thought, well, that's that done. And they played out of the skin. These players have played. Go on.
With who played out of the skin? Lascelles?
Dummett and Lascelles.
Yeah. Didn't give Lascelles to him, and Trier was arguing on Wednesday night.
Oh no, but I'm just talking about that Man City game, the one game.
I know, but I was watching Lascelles and
Lascelles a little bit for me.
Lascelles were him and Trippier were arguing each other on against Dortmund now.
Yeah.
The way Trippier's telling him off, he's telling Lascelles off. So something not right because Lascelles out of sync. Do you know what I mean? I think Trippier's used to having Fabian Schär next to him. I don't having Lascelles. I think he doesn't like it.
Well, it's a deficiency for the team, but they are stepping up and they are doing a job, and they're not. Put it this way, they're not as bad as they were 2 seasons ago.
I'm not a Lascelles fans like you. Like, sorry,
yeah,
like
you hate. No, you don't hate him, but you don't.
I don't
like
hate him. I just don't think he's a. I don't think he's a top player.
Neither do I. But he's doing a job. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Just. Don't get caught anyway.
We're going to go through, we did to start 11 in a bit.
This argument will carry on tomorrow when we meet for a pint before the before Wolves.
Yeah, it'd be nice. So, lads, how many signings or loan players do you really expect in January window? The transfer window is a couple of months away, but for what we can see, probably about 2 or 3. Whether they're going to do it, I don't know, but we just have to wait and see. But we definitely need a striker, a defender, and definitely another mid as well.
We're not going to get 3 players alone, are you?
Oh, you can only go with that one. We definitely need a striker. We definitely need a midfielder.
I know, but I don't know.
We have to wait and see because the transfer's a long way off yet. So
yeah,
which defender would you buy then? What position?
For me personally, we definitely need a striker. We definitely need another midfield, maybe. I don't know. I don't know number 6.
If you need another midfield player, right? If the midfield is fully fit, you got Joe Willock, Joe Linton, Bruno. Yes, you got Sandro out.
Do you need number 6 though? Do you need number 6? A holding.
I would try and get Calvin Phillips on loan.
Anderson's proved himself in that position.
Yeah.
I know, you know.
As a CDM. As a CDM.
No, not as a CDM.
No,
not as a CDM.
No,
I think I would try and get, I think you need another. That would, because Sandro's missing. You possibly need another. I'll go for Calvin Phillips, the Man City on loan, because he needs to play football.
That looks almost nailed on, doesn't it? Because he's even like Eddie Howe never talks about players that aren't his player.
Never.
He's actually talks about him.
Yeah.
You know? And I think Pep not come out and said if he wants.
He's pretty much said that if he wants like a new challenge, he can have it. In different wording, but he's pretty much said that, you know, if Calvin wants to be like challenged, he needs to move on. So
let's not get it twisted. Calvin Phillips in the Euros was quality.
He was.
But the thing is, though, we've still got 2 months to the window.
Yeah, you're right.
We want to concentrate on the country and the game too, because she ain't getting players. There's no point tangible players. We're not even in January yet.
Yeah, you're right.
We need to concentrate on the game. Talk about getting players in, but I can't see the problem because we can't sign anybody.
Yeah,
we need to concentrate on tomorrow's game again. But Billy, the press conference, that's 2 months away. We kind of need talking about now. It'll be no good.
Yeah,
we need to concentrate on tomorrow's game. Do you know what I mean? I'm you know what I'm straight to the point. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
You're right.
The club will be thinking about this.
The club behind the scene, Dan Ashworth and Eddie Howe. Dan Ashworth, he be getting paid. He gets paid for what he does, so it's his job. Or they've got to fix financial fair play, and all that job palaver. You know what I mean? They've got to tread carefully. You know what I mean? It's their job, not our job. Our job is support Newcastle.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree, Dan. Totally agree. Yeah, we go for some comments as well. They pay no tax in Saudi, and in order for them to be exempt from tax in another country, they have to stay in Saudi for 2 years. I've heard. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've heard that. I've heard that.
People I've been touting Dylan Stevenson to join the squad. That'd be interesting. I think with Willock back, we can be back in Bidjo out on the left where he belongs. Gordon could play on the right or up top. And got Leslie's kind of agreeing. Evening, guys. So it's been a while. Been on Wells. Black, welcome back, my guy. Welcome back. It's great to see you again, mate. I hope you're well and also staying safe as well. And I'm glad you're feeling a lot better as well. Can Miggy play centrally? He can. He can play as a 10. He can play at number 10. He played number 10. Darren for Atlanta. Atlanta used to be a 10.
He plays number 7 for his country.
Who?
Yeah.
Miggy.
And how about Eddie Howe? It's very rare to see Eddie Howe play, but we don't
play with the number 10. We'd have to change systems to play with the number 10.
And I think Eddie Howe's he likes his formation. I don't think he'll change the formation anytime soon.
He could play it. If we change to a 4-2-3-1, but I can't see him doing that.
I can't think because I haven't got the midfield play that sort of formation.
Yeah.
I think I like Miggy. I do like Miggy. And when he's on it, he is on it. I think we should loan 5 players from the Saudi League just to run up all the other Premier League fans up. Wow. You can only have 2 loans at any time, unfortunately. But I see your point. And chatting to Les. And I was certainly, I suppose so. But how mentioned Gordon, Murphy, and Big Joe by name today. Miggy can finish and play centrally for Paraguay. Yes, he does.
Yeah, can't finish all the time, Miggy, though.
That's the problem. That is the problem. That shot he had when he fired over the bar against Dortmund at the end. Like I said,
Callum Wilson missed a setter before that, mate.
Oh, Wilson's was.
Wilson should have scored, John.
Yeah, I agree. Wilson should have scored. Gordon should have scored. I agree. But
again, it's not the end of the world. We got beat. I was I wasn't upset. I wasn't upset. But these were competed for crying out loud. We didn't just sit back on a half. We had a go. Unfortunately, we got beat. It's not the end of the world. Move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I tell you what, Daz, this is. I'm almost in shock here, like, because this is. It sounds like you're being pretty positive. I thought, like, what's going on? You miserable bastard.
Let's put it this way: Darren is not like League Gunner. I'm telling you.
I don't know many fans like.
I don't want to like pussyfoot about because I've heard a lot for our week about Tenali. I've heard of people kicking up because Newcastle didn't win on Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'm just you get sick of it, and I watched a lot of podcasts. I watched Tune Review. I watched I go and see it with Ian and all that. The worst one I've got is the what do you call him? It's Black White Tea. He's the worst one. I can't stand the bloke because he's clueless. You listen to him, he's absolutely pathetic.
Oh,
so I can't stand the bloke because he talks about the rubbish. And but like,
say what you think.
Ian knows me. I say what I want, and I say what Ian's opinion. So does Ian. Ian's got it. He says what we want. And then Paul, I know you first. You may think I'm crazy, but I'm just saying the truth, and I'm saying how it is.
No,
you know what? The world's more refreshing for. I think too many people try not to. Too many people are too nervous to say the truth to people at times, and
that's what they do on the podcast. You see a lot of podcasts. People like pussyfoot about, well, yeah, I think. Yeah,
you got to speak the truth, though. You got to speak the truth.
Yeah.
Got to say how it is.
That's what I'm doing.
Everyone's got an opinion.
Steve Weir show's really good, probably because people say the truth or not, and Ian say the truth. You could like that's Monday nights are one of the best shows I watch. Steve Weir, because.
Well, John's been on with us a few times, haven't you? Like, but
I have. I mean, I'll get home late on a Monday, sort of thing. Like, I should be going back on Steve's NUFC Matters hopefully soon.
It's good. It's like, yeah, I've been going on Steve for a long time now, and you've got a good set of lads there who say like on a Monday, like I'm not saying because he
wants to come here. Actually, I'm sure he said that to me in the past or to you. I can't remember. Anyhow. Me and Daz always disagree. Well, we don't always, but mostly disagree about. One thing that we don't disagree about is he definitely fucking owes me a pint, 100%.
Oh, man. Wow. I'll tell you what, I'll speak to him. I don't think Man City, with Lauren Phillips out, they would want cash. And let's just chat to Valley.
Again, people can't be transfers. What's the point, man? It's 2 months away. What a country on Wolves.
Exactly. We go for the comms. We're going to go back to the Wolves match. And good evening to you, Colton. Hope you're fine. And so that's chatting to Les. Livermento in front of Trips.
No.
Nah, not yet. Not yet.
You're up in Trippier.
I want a player that can actually play a position. Yeah. Specialise in that position. Yeah.
I do think we need a centre mid number 6 or. Yeah. I think anyhow likes playing Bruno there. I'm convinced he does.
Yeah, I think he does as well. I just don't think Bruno likes it too much. But I think he's sort of in that position now where he knows that's where he's the best for the team.
So, but if you lose Bruno, we need a number 6. So, to me, January, I think it'll just be one signing. And I know I'm going against what I said. I'm trying to put the frigging transfer window, but we'll just need one player at the minute or thing. But if we need it. We've got Joe Willock. Joe Willock come back. That's a big boost.
Yes,
I'm a big fan of Joe.
Have you seen Staples' comment there?
Yeah.
Well,
the best was when Daz refused to say Champions League.
Oh man, I can remember that. Sorry, that's his box office. He sure is. Box office chatters. Thank you very much, Phil. Love him, but not as much as you.
Exactly, Staples. You've got good taste.
It is. And my grands,
you tell me you love me every night on the text messages.
I do, yeah.
Let's go back to the game. Yeah, I mean, just go for the 11s. Well, I mean, I'll start with you, Paul. I mean, obviously, who should play in goal? Straight answer.
Loris Karius.
Okay. He said it. He made your choice. Yay!
Of course not. Of course not. It's Nick Pope.
He needs Nick Pope. He needs Nick Pope.
Of course it is. It's Nick Pope, yeah.
Right back.
Say again?
Got to be Trips.
Oh, right.
Trips.
Well, so right back, I would say is
Trips,
if
I agree.
If Trips is fit, but to be honest, Trips was like
his crossing was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah,
he beat the first man a few times.
Yeah, he got marked out
a good game.
I think, to an extent, but I thought it was the first game where I thought he struggled a little bit and he looked tired, a little bit more tired. So this might be the game to bring Tino in, but then if he is fit, we should probably play him in this game and bring Tino in against Man United, if I'm being honest. For me.
Yeah.
I would say.
That's fair enough. I've got Macy coming on me show Monday night as well. Big Man U fan as well. Darren, this is going to be a tricky one. Left back. I mean, Matt Todd came on and did well. And Dan Burn, is he fit?
I would play Matty Target all day long. I think Dan Burn cannot just play every game.
Yeah, fair enough. And guess who they got to face? Pedro Neto. They got to face him as well. And I tell you what, this guy is an absolute speedster. I'm telling you. Absolute speedster. Yeah. Speed for speed, pace for pace. I mean, if Togger comes in, I have no problems with that at all whatsoever.
He was pretty good when he came on, wasn't he? To be fair, he did it right.
But I don't know what Togger's done wrong, though. People slagging him up, and I don't know what he's done wrong. And the first game he was mint. So to me,
yeah. He looked good on Wednesday. I'll go with less on that.
Dan Burn on the team, but he's done no wrong, Matty Target. But Dan Burn can't play every single game. It's impossible.
Fair enough. But when Dan Burn does play, I mean, he never lets anyone down at all.
I disagree, John, because I like the lad.
The one that wants to go, carry on, you go.
He does all right. But now again, his passing has been a bit dodgy. He does all right, but I think he's been caught like against AC Milan. He's passing. He's passing, but he's been turned a few times as well this season. He's been left standing, and a lot of people hasn't brought it up. Because the pass he got skinned by the kick by left hand stand. Wiggers who's got pace, got to leave him. So to me, rest him and play Matty Target for even the Lewis Hall. Give him a minute, you know.
Lewis Hall, yeah, good shout. I mean, the one thing I've got against Dan Burn, playing ball as someone with pace, and he gets beat sometimes with pace. That's the thing. And
he's always got to get me pace, though, John.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. True. And that's why, I mean, Neto against Target, that'll be a good match tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. We're about the centre backs, Paul. It's got to be.
It'll be the Sells and
it'll be the Sells, Sharpman's outing.
There's no point in. It just will be. There's no doubt about any of that. Botman's still not back, so 100% it'll be Shah and Lascelles in the back four.
Yeah, cool stuff. And Splat said about Burn's lack of speed. I can agree. Target's a hell of a lot faster than Burn. We need a defender with pace. Aston Allen as well. The midfield three, Ian.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Your turn, Paul.
Long staff for definite. Long staff will be there. It's that third one that I can't decide what he's going to do. I don't know whether he's going to risk. It's so difficult. Is he going to risk Willock from the start? I don't know.
I think he will have to. I think he'll have to.
Reckon he just will.
Yeah. Is Longstaff going to be fit enough? Because he was ill the other day. That's why he didn't play. You know, may we see Miley if he's over his glandular fever? He's a young kid. You know, he's if he's had that for 2 weeks now, maybe he's fit. I think this is going to be the week where we'll look at that an hour before the game. We're all going to look at the team sheet and go, I didn't see that.
yeah.
Those games are the games that I enjoy the most because you go into it thinking, with bollocks here, you know, we've got no chance, and then they'll come out and they'll put a performance in, and that's Well, that's what I'm hoping. It's a long way back from Wolverhampton.
I know. It's only 2 hours from where I live at the minute, so I would have stopped over.
If you want.
Yeah, of course you can. It's like a home game for me, like, do you know what I mean? I want to go to Bournemouth as well.
Two pot noodles and 24 cans, and we'll be all right.
I mean, I love to drink, but I can't drink. I haven't drunk for 37 years, so don't drink.
Yeah, the pot noodles are for you.
Thank you very much. We're going on potty, yeah? Oh, love it. So I'm going to go with Bruno, Sean, and you got to persevere with Joe Linton, but he needs to play better than he did on Wednesday night, and that's not a criticism. It's a fact. And
it is for me. I thought he was dreadful.
Do you know what it is, Darren? I love Joel. He should have got hooked up at half time. He should have got hooked at half time.
Even against Crystal Palace, he had another 1-4 but Crystal Palace didn't have a good game.
2 minutes, lads.
Go for it. It gets away with pace, sometimes positioning, but it gets caught far forward sometimes through that Danny B.
To me, it's his concentration levels what let him down. Joe Linton's concentration.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'll play Bruno, Longstaff, and I don't think anyhow to play Joe Linton and bring Joe Willock on somewhere in the second half on unless they get an injury.
True.
Mick will play, guaranteed. I think Anthony Gordon will play, and I think Wilson will play.
Yeah, absolutely. Paul, Anthony Gordon, Miggy, and Wilson, the front three.
You'd assume so, wouldn't you? The only thing I could, again, it's a difficult one, isn't it? The only thing that I could see Eddie doing, maybe not this game, but in the future, is maybe seeing what it's like having Gordon down the middle. But I don't think this is the game to do that. But I think we will be trying. If Isaac is out, Wilson is so made of fiberglass. We cannot play him for 5 games in a row because he'll just get injured. So I think Eddie's going to try and be a bit clever with that front. You know, maybe even I hate saying this because it wasn't his best position, but at times I'm going to guess that Joe even might be up there. Perhaps Miggy, as we said, might be up there. It's going to be a bit interesting to see how we cope with that because Wilson by himself for 5 games in a row scares the life out of me. You know, if he's fully fit, then it's different.
It's our bench now. Our bench is run very, very narrow.
Yeah. If Wilson gets knackered, then we are in deep,
we went from
trouble.
Having good options on the bench to nothing. No. That's a bit worrying, mate, to be fair.
Yeah. That's why I wonder how he's gonna manage the game time for Wilson in particular, because we all know that he's a roll of the ankle away from being out for half a year.
And his hammies are with hands.
Yeah. So we'll have to manage that sensibly. So I think it will be that, but I think we'll see some, like I said, like Gordon at times up front, maybe even Joe Linton, maybe Miggy, whatever. Just trying to.
I hope he doesn't play Joe Linton up front because he's not a forward.
Yeah.
Not for me yet. Yes, so that's going to be our predicted 11 as well. So let's hope whoever Eddie picks tomorrow, he might not pick the same team that we picked, but whoever he picks, we're going to go for it. I mean, Les made a good comment as well. We play better with our backs against the wall as well, and I kind of agree with both as well. Yeah. And he's brilliant. Thank him to please. That's in Phil to Les. I have to give Gordon a try in the middle as well. Yeah, I don't see why not at all. I don't see why not at all. So, guys, if you like the video, like what you watch, make sure you like and subscribe. And do follow as well Darren, Ian, and Paul. You're on Facebook, though, Darren. You're on Twitter.
I'm on both, mate.
You're on both. You have to give us your Twitter account later on as well so people can follow you. Is that all right? And
yeah.
That'd be brilliant. So, like I said, you do follow the guys as well. They're fantastic guys. We love them to bits as well. And let's go on quickly to the outfits as well, very, very quickly. And JSTV is pleased to welcome the first partner of Toffs, the #1 destinations for classic football shirts that recreates famous vintage Newcastle shirts designs. In addition to the massive range of replica sports shirts, do apologise. And Toss brings you Newcastle-inspired bucket hats featuring Bruno, Tonali, Joe, and more. Their products are manufactured at their Team Valley base, made by the fans for the fans. Check them out at toss.com. Our exclusive JSTV discount code gets you 15 off all orders. Simply quote JSTV 15. And secondly, we've got the Magpie store as well. They're an online business as well. These guys are passionate about supporting the tune and providing fans with quality Newcastle-inspired clothing. The range includes hoodies and t-shirts featuring Gordon, Tonali, Isak, and more. Keep your eyes open as continually adding to the product line. The Magpie Stores is a new store for a new dawn at Newcastle. They can be found at themagpiestore.co.uk. Quote our exclusive code JSTV10 for 10% off each order. Please contact JSTV via email if you also like to join our partnership team. Thank you very much indeed. So the adverts went a bit long as well. Let's have a look at next one. Alan Tillers disgusting. I know Captain Technology here doesn't know how to address individual people in the chat. One thing above me, that's from Phil. Gordon did a great job at the U21s, under 21s, I say. Me too, Phil. Leslie and Phil, they get at it. 2 sponsors as well as partnerships, but thank you, Ian, by the way. And you know what? It's nice to get those people as well. Let's take a chat about Wolves, Paul. Start with you as well. I mean, Wolves are unbeaten in the last 4 games, winning 2, drawn 2. They did beat Man City, by the way. So that makes it really tough for us tomorrow to get the 3 points.
Well, that's like I said, mate. They had a decent game at the start of the season with Man United, and it was like, oh, they are going to compete. And then they had a bit of a run where they weren't so great. But he's just kind of stuck in there, and he's showing that he's a decent manager, isn't he? Like, again, like people are touting it that they were going to be in the bottom 3 and, down and out and knowing it, getting nowhere in the league. But he's just proven he did it with Bournemouth when he took over Bournemouth. Everyone's like, well, that's Bournemouth gone. So it's nice to see someone do like a good job at a club like that, But yeah, so it's one of those where they'll be up for it. It's a home game for them, and they've been quite decent there. As you said, they got a result against Man City, which no one would have given half a chance against Man City. But Man City have those performances in them when they're not always at their best. And that we can as well. That's our issue, that we can have those performances when we're not at our best. But like I said, I think there's a lot of things that are going in our favour. Like I said, we normally come back after a defeat quite well. We normally respond to a defeat really well. That's what I've liked about us and Eddie Howe. And just the bit of like adversity we've got with all the injuries and stuff, and players wanting to step up and make their claim, because a lot of them might be, if they're players who don't normally get to play, a lot of them might be saying like, I want to play against Man United in the cup because there might be, so there's a bit of pride from there as well.
That's an easy game, isn't it, Paul?
Well, if they carry on playing how they are, it's a rollover, because they keep getting lucky with these wins and stuff, but their play, if you ask Man United fans, they're fed up with them because they're so dull and so boring and so negative. Like the crowd is again, they remind me of us when we had Ashley. It's all about the owners. It's everything's about the Glazers, and they can't really focus on anything else on the pitch, really. But when you look at their squad, their starting 11, it's embarrassing that's Man United. It really is. Like, who's their world-class player? Can you name one? That's
I'll look at the team that Rafael Varane, when he's on it.
Yeah,
he's a winner. He's a winner.
No, I wouldn't say he's a world-class player.
Well, he's won it through Real Madrid.
That's Real Madrid. That's nothing.
And the French Cup World Cup winner.
But he has, John. You made the not Real Madrid, but he hasn't hit the Premiership. We're flying late, has he?
Yeah, true.
I think with them.
He's got a good CV, but to me, the different league he's in. He's got the Premiership. He hasn't hit the Premiership with 5 stars.
Fair enough. Fair dues. Fair dues. I mean, Bruno Fernandes. I mean, is he really world class?
No.
Does he turn up for the big games?
But I'm thinking, I think he's done more wrong. That's the centre back he's done in England.
Daz, get your head on that screen properly, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, Wolves would be it would be a difficult game. We're not gonna. Everyone knows my predictions are always wrong. So, I'll say now and I'll get it wrong. Hopefully, I don't think we're going to go there and blow them away and absolutely thrash them. But I said that about Crystal Palace and we absolutely destroyed them. So let's hope that I'm as right about this than I was against Crystal Palace.
I think that I think that tomorrow might be a better game than we're all expecting. I think the players who come in will step up. I think Bruno's going to take charge of the game. I fancy Bruno in the midfield to control it because it's been said on a few other shows that I've watched. Bruno does play better when he's on a yellow card because he calms down. He's not as rash. He doesn't fly into tackles. And that's when Bruno's at his best because he isn't a typical. He's not like a Makaleli, you know what I mean? That sort of player. He's a playmaker. He's a deep.
Bruno's one yellow card from a match ban,
Yeah, no, I know that's what I'm saying. So because of that, I think that'll actually help him because he'll know that he's got to keep his head and he'll know he's just got to. All his job is to progress the players in front of him into play, and if he can get forward. Dovetail well with whoever's playing with him. Whoever it is. We got to remember if we have got, say, for instance, if Big Joe plays and he's a bit fitter because he's had a couple of games where he's been poor. I know he has. For me, he's not been himself. But he had a really poor game against Brighton, was it? Brighton. And then the next game, he was absolute class, if I remember rightly. And I think he just might need a bit of time in his legs. So if he comes back and plays well, if Longy's playing and he's over his cold now and he plays like he can play and we've got Bruno in the middle, we dominate that midfield battle. So let's not get too downhearted about it. We don't know what's going to happen. But whoever's playing and whoever comes in, we've had one bad game in the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That game wasn't that bad a game. It was a bad half against Dortmund in the Champions League. And the reality is they are an experienced team, but we could have won the game. We could have drawn the game quite easily. We hit the bar twice. So let's just put it in reality. I think where we are for what we're doing really well at the moment.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of tweets, right? I mean, for the last few years now, people being negative sort of things. So after the Dortmund game, people are asking about, is Eddie Howe good enough for Newcastle? Is he big enough? And that's what I've seen, right? I didn't get too involved in it, guys. I didn't. I kept myself out of it. You know my opinions on Eddie Howe? This guy is the best manager we had for a long, long time. And I'm an Eddie fan. So,
fickle. It's again, we've done it. We could do a whole hour on it. It's these fickle fans who are either. I'm not being ageist here, but it seems to be a certain age of people who are the younger fans have come in with this expectation that you just immediately have success overnight. That we're going to win every cup we're in. We're going to win every game we're in. No, all four of us here have been through many times with Newcastle. Like I've watched them since I was a lad. Since I was born up in colour coats. And watched them since I was 5. I've seen Newcastle since I was 5 years old, and we've been through relegations, been through horrible things, we've been through really good, positive times. These things happen. You just need to support the club through everything. If we were in the conference, I don't care. I still support my club no matter what. So it's this weird thing that it's just something that comes with the newer age of football fan that they just think that immediately. Like that, we have a decent summer window, and then all of a sudden we're going to win the Premier League, win the Champions League, win all this. No, it doesn't work that way. We have to look at Man City's build. It didn't happen overnight. They're still getting thrashed 8-0 or 8-1, whatever it was, in their second year of the project. When Pep came in, everyone was like, right, they're going to walk the league. They got embarrassed the first year Pep was there because no one knew how to play a style of football. Joe Hart was doing clangers and got fired from the squad because Pep didn't like him. Every club goes through transition. So
I think we've got the perfect guest on tonight to talk about this, because obviously Darren being like a lot older and an ancient old bloke, like he remembers.
Don't put extra age on him, Ian. Don't put extra age on him. He's only young.
The good old days of War Jackie and all that, you know what I mean?
You cheeky well, I went to that Pete Grace show on Monday night.
Yeah.
And Kevin Keegan and Eddie Howe was on stage. As a football fan, it was great to see Keegan with Eddie Howe on stage.
Yeah.
And what Keegan said to Eddie Howe was like, it was one point Eddie Howe said something. And Keegan got so emotional.
Yeah.
But Pete Graves said, like, in his era, he's the best manager he's seen, and one was Kevin Keegan. The other one is the late Sir Bobby Robson, and now Eddie Howe. I think Eddie Howe is he better than Keegan? At the minute, it's a different kind of era when Keegan was there, but Eddie Howe's got the capability to go or do better as Kevin Keegan, but it's going to take another 3 years just to compete with the top three on a regular basis.
Yeah,
because it took Klopp 5 years just to win the title, and Liverpool are known for a good team, as I say. Do you know what I mean? So it's a matter of another spirit. And now you have these fans we'll lose a game, lose 2 games. People go a meltdown. I don't listen. I don't listen to them. I stay off social media. I don't listen to anybody's pathetic sack how or we're rubbish. He's rubbish. Come on. When they're winning games, they're kissing them. Soon we get a draw or defeat. People will go, oh, well, he should be doing that. He should be doing that. Come on, just let them get on with it.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think like the truth is going back onto managers. You know, Keegan was an amazing manager, but I think you hit the nail on the head. And people might not like this, but this is my opinion. Keegan didn't win the title because he's so emotional.
Yeah,
his emotions lost that title that season for me. He was.
But he said that. He even said that. He says his style of football. He said he didn't have the thing, but he believes that Eddie Howe's better than him.
Well, I'll be honest. This is my honest opinion. I think Eddie Howe is learning every single game. He learns. Last season, I was questioning some of his substitutions. This season, I've not been questioning them, and I think he's learning. And he always says he learns he's not scared to say he's not the finished article. He's just at the start of his journey almost. And I think the one thing that Eddie Howe's got that Keegan didn't have is Eddie Howe's so stable. He doesn't get on a high when he wins. He doesn't get on a low when he loses. He's just there. And that could never be Keegan. And I wouldn't change Keegan for the world, because that was what was brilliant about him.
Yeah.
But together.
In my year, I was spoiling the Keegan when I was a young one.
Yeah.
You know the fact Eddie Howe's got Keegan, you couldn't get a tick for goal. You know the fact you were there, Ian, and Foley would have been there, and John.
Yeah.
You don't know if you were there, but like in Keegan's day, you could. It went from your tickets that you could sell it for £200, £300 easily, and people would buy it. And then they went from. So Bobby Robson got it back on. Robson, he was the same on Robson really, and then they went the bad days. You couldn't get rid of a ticket for free. People are on, I don't want to go. Now Eddie Howe's turns club around. Yes, he's come in as Saudis, but he's come in. He's done it his way. He's still like Keegan, but I think a little bit more better than Keegan, because he's a bit more tactic, a bit more stewed, and he does everything attacking and the defence.
Yeah.
In football now, it's all about your database and your players' health. It's a completely different era. Some of the stuff what's about now wasn't about 15 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, completely.
That's how much football. That's how much football's changed, and people don't say that. People think, "Oh, we'll win," but now football's it's unbelievable. Now it's so much information. You're seeing people buying younger than a 16-year-old kid for £2 million. I mean, that never used to happen, did it? Do you know what I mean? 14 years ago. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The beautiful thing about it is, as well, is the ups and downs of the game. Like, you know, we can't just buy our way like, you know, City did to a championship. But, you know, it did take them 5 years or something to win the Premier League.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it was that, 4 or 5 seasons, whatever.
Yeah.
We can't do that. We can't do that because of FFP. We've stuck within FFP. We have not splashed the cash like everyone thought we would do. We've not took the mickey. We've stuck to the rules, and we're still in the Champions League after 2 seasons. Yeah. And we're still performing well against good teams. And we're not investing ourselves. And so people just need to have a little bit of a reality check and think to themselves, like, you know, how lucky are we now that we're not watching the absolute flipping dross that we were watching before, you know, because that was depressing. So I know people don't like you saying, look where we were before and everything, but it's not an overnight thing. You build your squad, you build your players. We haven't got the squads that these other teams in the Champions League have got. It's there, it's obvious we haven't. What we've done is improve the players that we had before and made them twice, if not 3 times as good as they were. Sign some real quality in there, and we'll keep doing that until we end up with a team that can fight on all fronts. But at the moment, we're 2 or 3 years away from that, and that's the reality of it. If people don't like it, then they need to just forget about bothering, you know.
Yeah, I mean, these people don't remember, you know, the first game in Championship with Rafa in charge, and that god awful 1-0 to Fulham with their sarcastic tweet of "Welcome to the Championship." Like, I remember that being one of the lowest points of being a fan, because it was just like, oh my God, like, we're relegated, we got beat by this club that aren't anywhere, we're in deep trouble. Obviously we weren't, we were fine, but do you know what I mean? Like, these people were there for that.
Even when Eddie came in and we played Cambridge, and it was it's his first game. Yeah. We were shite.
We were awful, yeah.
But it takes a manager, I can remember Eddie Howe said, when he first come to the club, it takes about a month for the players to get used to your tactics, how you train.
Yeah.
And players need a lot of help, because how unfit was the players? They're massively unfit under Bruce. We all know that. Yeah. But they were playing on that. The players were still drilled on Steve Bruce's tactics. It took a while for Howe to get his tactics inside the players to move forward.
Bruce didn't believe in tactics.
I know, but you know how to get around with talking around like a puck of pie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, Greg's United under Steve Bruce. You know what I mean?
It's like I say, like, Bruce, if it's a true Johnny, he never took the job. He took the job for the payday, and everybody knows that. Yeah. He was 10th in line for the job.
Money.
Oh, exactly. No, but he got the money, but it's his CV now. Probably what you call management.
Exactly.
Doesn't touch him.
No, true. This is the best I've seen the team playing 15 plus years. We have now have some consistency, and it's down to Eddie's mindset as well. And Gareth asked Leslie's first game, Super Mac debut, but it was before that. That's in 71, I believe. Spurs just scored, by the way.
Deflection goal, mind you. It was a cross by Morrison and own goal.
Fair enough. First game in 1974. Wow. He's 71 then. So 71, that's when King scored a hat-trick. I was only 2 at the time. And Gary's chatting to Les. And there you go. I'm just going to go through Wolves tactics. I'll start with you again, Paul. Who's going to be the Wolves danger men? I'm saying Pedro Neto. 6 assists all season.
Yeah. That's it. He's not in Newcastle, so they've had to steal Neto from us. That's a Newcastle joke. Sorry, it's a really bad one. But yeah, so Neto's one of their better players.
Was pretty shit, Paul.
Yeah,
it was shit. Like, fair, like, I love it was shit.
Yeah. Yeah, just whenever his name is said, it just reminds me of the Neto that used to be in colour coats. So
next door,
but yeah, he's a great player. He's someone that I'd love at Newcastle. If we're in for a signing, I'd like him. He's definitely on theirs. But Wolves are they're just kind of like a team where they've got a few players that are dangerous, but again, like, they're playing as a team. Like, they're a bit like us, where Gary Neal's kind of got them working together, which is a bit annoying because I preferred them when they were crap. So it will be a tough game, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna I know they're at home, but I'm pretty confident he's gonna try and do the low block. I'm fairly confident.
I think they're gonna be direct. Me, the more like Wolves, I think
I do.
Cardiff will score.
I think they're going to try and hit us on the break. Honestly, I do.
I think because we're kind of conceding the first 20 minutes, I think Wolves, if we concede in the first 15, 20 minutes, I think it's going to be downhill tomorrow. Like.
Yeah. Craig Dawson's still a quality defender, by the way. Craig Dawson, I like him. Quality, experienced defender as well. Also, Lemina's coming back in from a ban. Semedo's come back as well from a ban as well. And also, Ran Hee-Chang, he'll be starting tomorrow, no doubt. If he scores tomorrow.
Oh, he's a bogey player, he is.
Oh, he is properly annoying him, like, honestly.
He loves a goal against us.
I know, he is annoying, like. But I think that they've got an honest manager. He was an honest player, I think. He was, from my memory of not seeing him play very much because he wasn't that good. He was a good professional. He was another one of them solid professionals who he was good enough to play Premier League football and he was a good professional, and that's what he's brought into them, I think. And Neto, he's got a bit of quality. There is some quality in the team, but let's not forget.
I think Gary O'Neill's been on Frank Lampard, the manager, all day long.
Oh, listen, guys, without a doubt, he's a better manager. Wasn't a better player, but he's a better manager.
No, not a better player. Frank Lampard is a fantastic, one of the best players you've seen in the Premiership.
Yeah,
but a fantastic player doesn't make you a fantastic manager.
Exactly.
Same as Steve Gerrard, really, isn't it?
Wayne Rooney as well. I mean, 2 games gone, 2 defeats. I mean, that's for another time.
Again, they've only got him because he's named Rooney.
Yeah,
but
that's it.
But he's getting very high paid off the chairman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Manager for Rooney as a punt.
Yeah, it is what it is. Well, I mean, just before we wrap up the show, guys, I'm going to go for a score prediction as well. I'll start with you. I'll start with Ian this time. Score prediction: Wolves Newcastle to our 5:30 kickoff. I'll be there.
I'll be there as well with you, mate. Don't you worry.
I'll be there.
You'll be there as well, Dan.
There, yeah. Paul's missing in action. He's got family duties on, hasn't you, mate?
So Mrs. Wow. Get Mrs. happy.
Yeah.
Paul.
Very, very, very important thing to do that, as I am learning at the moment. So score prediction. So I'm going to say I want us to. I think it's going to be an hard game. Being honest, my head says it's going to be 1-1, but my heart says we'll beat them 2-1. So I'm going 2-1. Bollocks to it. 2-1.
Stats going 2-1 to Newcastle as well, and we'll go with Darren. Score prediction, please, mate.
It's a hard one to say. I think if we don't, along with don't concede in the first 20 minutes, I think it'll be goals in the game. I'm going 3-2 Newcastle.
Come on, Daz.
Wow.
Going for it. Plenty of goals in this game.
Daz, are you going to buy us a pint?
You owe me a pint. To wait it.
Hey!
And by the way, I just had a look on Wolves' website before, and it says they only take cards, so make sure you bring your card down with you.
Yeah. And I'm going to go a fan part. I think I got a fan part.
Ian, your youngest said last time my dad's going to buy you drink. All right, Nipa. Oh, and you did see that was like when I was talking to him, like, and I mean,
he talks a lot of shit.
And I'm like, yeah.
Wow. Should be a cracking game, man. And we'll go for you, Paul, man. Paul, score prediction, mate.
Let's keep my good run of terrible predictions going up. I said 3-0 for us against Dortmund, so my role is definitely on here. I'm going to try it again. 3-0 Newcastle. I'll be completely wrong.
Fair enough. I like an optimism. I think it's going to be goals in this game. I'm gonna. My heart said 2-1 to Newcastle because we've got the squad as well. We've got that player suit. I could easily say 2-2, but I'm going to have to be real. I'm going to say 2-1 just to Newcastle. Just.
Go on, lad.
Okay.
Just. But don't not be surprised if it's 2 each. This is a different Darren than we know and we all know and love. That's the Leslie.
In what way? Staples, in what way is it different?
In what way?
He's always like this. He never buys a pint.
Oh man!
I think I've just been honest with you. I haven't held back, to be fair.
Yeah, no, you've been good. No, you're always good, man. That's why you're top quality. No, to be fair, actually, I'm actually only joking. Daz doesn't buy 1 pint. If he buys you a pint, he buys you 2. He doesn't. He went to us, I don't believe in buying 1 pint, so he bought me 2, and I was like, all right then.
And that was finished before you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
He still owes 1.
I don't drink, so if I see you guys, I'll get you guys a pint as well if I meet you. And
Well, I'm done, so I can't drink.
I don't drink either, so
I'm driving.
after a soft drink, I can't even get out of bed straight away now, Gary. And Splat, no capitals, my guy, but all lumps are clap. That's custard. Okay, I get that. Thank you, but no caps as well. I do apologise, but I get your message, mate. I get your message, and I'll give you a bye as well. But he's a good guy as well. I know Splat's a good guy. Watches Newcastle throughout the years as well, way back in my time too. So that's it. So we're going to wrap up the show there. And thanks so much for joining the chat as well. And guys, did you enjoy coming on the show tonight? Did you enjoy coming in?
Yes. Loved it as always.
Good.
Once you got your sound sorted out.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got to do the show because obviously I've got to do my packs as well, sort of thing. And take me stuff for vlogging tomorrow, do my match day vlogs as well, which is fantastic. Thank you very much indeed, Splat. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary, Les as well, Alan, and everyone else in the chat as well. I will do you guys backstage. Guys, if you like what you watch, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe as well. 60 odd away from getting 6,500 subs, and I really enjoy that. And as always, we the lads, let's do it tomorrow.